Greetings and thank you, Ruby Who, for gifting a Culture Casino membership. Amazing meat. And a super sticker smile from our friend Barry the Music Man. Thank you, friend. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a fantastic Friday. That's right, TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. And it's going to be a good one. I have a feeling we're gonna walk into the weekend and garden. Well, at least I am. That's my plan, because I got to give you guys a new long-form garden video over on That Garden Place. And episode 3, well, I don't know. Would probably be about building out your edges and also about planting comfrey. Let's talk about input crops. I think that's episode 3, is input crops. And then we'll talk about building out your edges next week, and we're going to do a soil building situation so you guys can build your own soil and understand what that actually means. So there's a lot to it. We're going to be doing a lot, but I wanted to say good morning to everybody here, including Penny. Weatherman, I want you to get your sinus medication for Ms. Pick Coffee. Thank you for doing what you're doing. And we've got Cat Slave out there waiting to mow the lawn. Well, I guess the rain will keep you from doing that, so I get it. The first Dragon Queen is in the house, being very handy. I have to say I appreciate that she does DIY her own self. And if she had a 3D printer, I think she'd save money on animatronic parts. That's a whole other conversation. Tom is here. Magnify, what's going on? Good to see you. Magna TJ5. All right, we got lots of good mornings here. Here's a good morning from our friend Jedi Master for 5, Culture Casino Cash. Thank you, Jedi. I hope you're doing well, brother. I've got a list of prayers you're still in mind, friend. So you guys are the absolute best. Weatherman gives a Culture Casino membership. Thank you for that. And of course, our good friend Daniel Alpine has returned. When I move to California next year, I'll try to meet John Lasseter and try to convince him to cut his losses with Skydance and campaign to return to Disney to right the ship. I think he could. But here, on the other side of that, who's to say that he can't right the ship at Paramount, Skydance / Warner Brothers? He'll have innumerable IPs to pull from. His creative juices need to flow, but they need to be able to flow in every direction, including into the theme parks. So... But I would say that's not a fruitless effort. I'm sure it'll be very productive. I appreciate where your head's at, and I'm going to continue to reinforce this opinion. I think theaters are going to be fine. Let's see. Once again, thank you, Jedi Master, for your super chat. Good morning. Have a fantastic Friday and weekend. God bless. God bless you too, my friend. For 5, Culture Casino Cash saying, have a fabulous Friday, Culture and Culturians. Well, I think we all should. Flying blind on a rocket cycle. Good to see you, my friend, for a $2 super duper chat to say, hail all, or hi all. In fact, it's a proper $199. Although I think Jeremy calls a proper $199 like $199 super chat. That's crazy. But hey, I love the $199. Hey, Jeremiah Hembry in the house for 5. Culture Casino Cash to say, where was Punk for Tuesday night? He owes everyone his life and he doesn't show up. He really wants to be hunted down. I don't know. What I do know is this. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're going to wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out this 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in. And I want to tell you something. This is going to be a thing. I'm going to have to write an article. This NFL media deals, the media deals that are being investigated by the DOJ are for real. It's the whole reason that professional sports leagues were given the access to the airwaves and the broadcasting agreement that they signed all the way back in the 60s that granted them that limited antitrust exemption is predicated on the fact that they make these things available. They used to be available on free television. Now it requires more than 10 different services to see football. This is a big problem. We're going to have to see what comes of that. But Cinema United chief Michael O'Leary is talking about Netflix's gamble on Narnia, which he didn't really have more than a one-sentence response to, which was, well, I hope they stay in theaters. Paramount's deal to buy Warner Brothers, he wants it to fail because he thinks theaters will close. I think the exact opposite. I think you're going to have an avalanche of films. I think the thing that slowed us down was having too much politics in the way. And finally, Warner Brothers Discovery shareholders are in full revolt right now. It's one of the reasons why we have the thumbnail today. They do not want David Zaslav to collect $550 million plus golden parachute when the purchase actually happened. Although ISS does recommend, and again, they're a proxy advisory firm, they do recommend that Warner Brothers Discovery investors approve the Paramount Skydance Pact, which I think will have no problem. That happens later in April, I believe on the 23rd, and at that point, we'll know if David Zaslav gets a payday. Moving on, we've got Comcast unveiling major expansion of Xfinity Streamer Saver Bundle. That actually looks like a decent deal. HBO Max and Hulu Plus combo. That's going to be a good deal for anybody who likes those services. I'm avoiding everything Disney right now as much as I can. Wednesday Season 3 casts Lena Headey, Andrew McCarthy, and of course James Lance. So this is going to be interesting. And Lena Headey, I always say her name wrong. She needs to be in more stuff. This might be a good way to do that. We've got Metal Gear Solid on the right track. It's in the works from Final Destination Duo as they ink their Sony first look deal. And this has long been rumored, but never got past development. I'm looking forward to this. Lipovsky and Stein are going to do a good job. I have faith. Speaking of faith, I don't have much in the Walt Disney Company these days. After the hire of CEO Josh D'Amaro, he promptly went on to do what, Iger did when he came back. Get rid of a bunch of jobs. They're going to lay off up to 1,000 employees in the first cuts under the new CEO. But, this is on top of what's already happening over at ESPN. And they're going to just be, consolidating. They're consolidating positions, getting rid of overbloated marketing, and all of that's going to be in a story appearing in the business section over on That Park Place, I hope later today. We've got a weekly series coming to you, replacing some of the guys, a bunch of chicks. Women's Sports Now is going to be making a big move to an ESPN slot. And you know what? This show will last about as long as anybody's interest in the WNBA, which is not for long. Also, the initials for the NFL. Superman's sequel testing Adria Arjona, Ava DiMonici, and Sydney Chandler, and Grace Van Patten. Oh, well, that's interesting. All trying to be finalists to play Maxima in James Gunn's sequel. Well, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Doesn't sound terrible. Travelers face higher costs and fewer flight options as jet fuel prices swing. Well, they shouldn't, because I have a feeling we aren't really experiencing kind of issues that they are in Europe and other places around the globe. Everybody hates what Iran's doing, but hopefully the ceasefire holds and we can bring Israel in line, and that'll make fuel prices stabilize for a long time. Well-timed bets on Polymarket that were tied to the Iran war draw calls for investigations from lawmakers. I talked about this story briefly yesterday, but I want to emphasize that this is going to be a problem. A lot of people have loose lips in D.C., and it's very similar to insider trading. So we're going to have to pay very close attention to what's going on with Polymarket and other betting things like Kalshi, and see if that's really worth it. U.S. stocks rise, oil prices trim their gains, and everybody's hoping for this ceasefire to remain in place. I hope it does too. I want cheap gas. IMF chief warns that Iran war will slow global economic growth. Yeah. Well, you guys disassembled your engines in Germany, et cetera, et cetera. You had nuclear power and you disabled them all. What was wrong with that exactly? EU? Did you want to cripple your economies and your countries from being, independent? They want universal reliance. That's a big problem. Venezuela police block protesters demanding higher wages and pensions. That's always been a problem in Venezuela since they decided to be a commie dictatorship. Maryland settles with owner-operator of the ship that took out Baltimore's Key Bridge. So, at least something's resolved there. We'll never really know what actually happened, I'm afraid. But USPS is set to suspend pension contributions, and it's seeking a 4-cent stamp price hike. So they're really going to screw over the postal carriers and still try to take more of your money. And finally, a bear lunges out of a car to a jump scare of a startling woman. And in fact, here's the video right here. You can see it on your screen. There's the bear popping out of the car. Woman's like, uh-oh. The bear's like, where'd the women go? That's wild. Oh, you should see that video. It's over on People. You can check it out there. But the bear just jump scared the crud out of her. Anywho. All right. We're going to watch that a little more in bonus time for you. Let's see who else is here. Oh, we've got Jay Brony in the house, I think. Or Brony? Jay Brony saying, I'm amazed at how many people are shocked when I tell them how little our oil actually comes from the Middle East. No, I know. While that is a decent chunk of oil for the globe, it's like none for the U.S. So it's it's beyond a little frustrating, I would say, that people aren't aware that we're not the major consumer of that area. But it's nice that we won't have it, held or held hostage by a very, poor behaving country. So, yeah, no, the conversation about oil is very strange. That is true. Yeah. I think that globally they control or move just like 18 to 20% of total oil from the Middle East. About 20% of shipborne oil is actually from the Strait of Hormuz as well. I think those are the right numbers. I'll have to double check them, but usually I remember those kinds of facts despite my addled brain. But look, I have the great support of incredible mods and supporters like Juliet, gifting £2 sterling. That's proper money, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe, and share. Those are all good recommendations. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so now. And for the 130 of you across the various platforms right now, I hope you are having an exceptional day. Now, let's do a little bonus time. Okay. Drugs are bad. Okay. Wait, we got a late super sticker that's going to pop up here in just a moment. Momentita, senorita. Barry the Music Man drops a diamond in the rough. I guess I'm the rough for $1.50. A great super duper sticker. Love it. Hey, look, we got a lot of people out here. I just want to say thanks. I'm going to look for anybody celebrating anything. Yeah, we got Floral from Under a Rock, a celebrity in the chat, one of our favorite Canadians from Canada. We got some good people, the beautiful people, including Deeple over on the Green Machine, along with Crazy White Boy, Corporeal Being. Look at all these great people. I can't believe it. I hope that didn't hurt Weatherman's head. I probably shouldn't sing in the morning. I think that might save some people's heads. I don't know. TZ Burton's out there. What's up? Alyssa's in the house. We got D-Bud. D-Bud's out there promoting my Twitter, otherwise known as X. Please communicate with me there. If I see that I need to accept somebody into fold, I usually do. It's a great way to get me information you don't think I have. Corporeal Being. Longest Parsec, good morning to you. Look at all these great. And Caveat Times, what's up? I love it. All right. Let's do some things. Let's do some bonus time. All right. So I'm worried. The Zelda art director, and this is a great story by Trevor over at that Park Place. If you're looking for real pop culture news right now, and even considered by Google to be a legitimate news source and everything else, I would say this. I would say Zelda, this coverage by Trevor is amazing. The Zelda art director raises concerns over Link speaking too much in the live action movie. Well, I wasn't aware that Link spoke at all. I didn't think he did. I don't remember any of that in any of the games. And, I played Breath of the Wild for like 200 years, it seems. Like it was the Switch game for me outside of Mario Golf, which I super love. But anyway, I agree with the sentiment. And again, this is being translated from Japanese by the amazing Trevor. So Nintendo and Sony are currently in production on the live action Legend of Zelda film. The cinematic adaptation of the popular video game franchise is something fans have wanted for a long time. It was always going to be difficult to do. However, in a post on X, Takia I don't know how to say that name. I'm sorry. Imamura, the art director of the 2000s The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, appeared to suggest that he doesn't want Link speaking too much in the upcoming film, and neither do I. Like I said, I would prefer narration and conversations around the hero, and maybe just gestures. I would like to consider that the character is just a mute. I don't think it works otherwise. Jan Monroe paid their taxes. They had a 50-cent processing fee, less than the cost of mailing. That's crazy. Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy. Jeff Elms, what's up? Well, excuse me, princess. Yes. Wop wop. Let's see. Anyway, his comments highlight the creative challenge filmmakers face when they attempt to appeal to both gamers and audiences. Well, general audiences will usually accept the things that the gamers want, which is why the 2 Super Mario films have been so very successful. I have no doubt that we'll cross into billion-dollar territory with Super Mario Galaxy. I think it might be one of maybe just 2 or 3 films that'll reach $1 billion this year, but that's just opinion. And a creator's concerns about Link's voice, well, Imamura made his comment, translated from Japanese. Thank you for that, Trevor. The moment Link speaks, I can't help but worry a little that Zelda magic, that the Zelda magic everyone has been nurturing in their hearts might just vanish into thin air. The art director wrote. There's his tweet right there in kanji. So, those familiar with the legacy of the video game franchise note that Link is the mostly silent protagonist, and while that potentially allows gamers a more imaginative experience, it could also keep film audiences at a distance, and I think that might be true. Archer Merchant, what's up, brother? Archer Merchant says, I already highlighted it. Why is it not working? Will be interesting if the merger, if they merge and veto Zaslav pay. I think that's exactly what's going to happen, Archer. I think that's exactly. We can refer to that deal here in just a second. Let me finish up on this, but we'll come back to it. I promise. Another user on X noted that Zelda game Breath of the Wild. It's explained that Link can talk. Some have theorized the character chooses to remain silent as a sign of loyalty and strength. It's a key piece of Zelda lore that actor Benjamin Evan Ainsworth may draw from in his performance. I think they should. I think that while he could speak, and again, I played this game for, I don't even know, hundreds of hours, maybe thousands of hours, kind of like I did with like World of Warcraft and probably with Fallout 4 and maybe with Skyrim. I mean, there are some games that I have thousands of hours on. So, I can understand this, but I'm curious about you guys. Do you think do you want Link to speak? Do you think that would strip away some magic? I'm curious what you guys think. Shocked, I tell you. Look at all these great people in the chat. But like I said, I mean, I don't really want him to talk. Most of Link's speech is him grunting and yelling while moving and attacking. Yeah, I know. And that's not really speech, right? It's just like, the sound of war. And again, I love Link as a character. I think we all do. And I just want this game to be good. I don't know about the rest of you. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I want the movie to be good. I want the next game to be good. They're going to rush out a game, right? This live action is going to supercharge what's coming next. Nintendo is really starting to cycle with films. That's a positive thing. So Trevor, thank you for writing this article. There's more to it if you want to find some follow-up tweets and things like that. It's all here, all translated. And I just have to say, Trevor, thank you for writing a great story today over on That Bar Plays, home of CC Campione, yours truly. That's right. Toy Story 5 tops Fandango's most anticipated summer movie. At least that's in a poll. Mandalorian and Disclosure Day are no shows. This is from Jordan Rumi over at World of Real. Jordan pays attention to this stuff, so I pay attention to Jordan. And you know what? Jordan's right. I don't think anybody cares about Mandalorian as much as you would think they would. And I don't think that Disclosure Day is going to be a film that people ignore. I just think that sometimes people don't know what it is they're voting on. With Mandalorian, they certainly knew that was an upcoming film. They didn't get excited about it. Disclosure Day, I think, suffers from a lack of awareness because people don't know what it is. I think that's going to be a word of mouth film that'll do about the same thing that Project Hail Mary did. We're going to see a lot more of these aliens movies. If you remember the cycle back in the day with Close Encounters, Enemy Mine, so many of these things coming out over the course of like a 10-year period, I think we're going to see more and more of it. But we'll get to that story in just a moment. I want to get back to what Archer was saying about the Zaslav deal, which means I have to go back here. I think, is that it? No, it's not. That's not it. That's it. All right. So from Variety's article, we can kind of, grab the fact that Zaslav is looking at a payday. I told you this was going to happen. His golden parachute was going to be bigger with this deal than it would have been if he sold two separate entities. And he really wants this pay package. I just don't think he's going to get it. $500 million. That's a lot of money that is going to be extracted in value. He also has stock. So, I mean, giving him a golden parachute on top of all the options he controls, it seems ridiculous. Creating another billionaire out of thin air, I don't. He's rich enough, and the guy that he performed the Reverse Morris Trust with, John Malone, I think he's getting out of business entirely, or at least operating it or running it. So that was Liberty Media, if you want to recall. But the special vote happens on April 23rd at a special shareholder meeting, and a lot of things get loaded up on accelerated stock vesting for the executive, et cetera, et cetera. So this is a complete cash out opportunity for him. And I don't think a lot of shareholders are going to be like, yeah, we want to pay you for selling the company, which he was going to do all along anyway. This was part of a bigger conversation. Daniel Archer dropped another super duper chat I have to get to. The AI takeover made my depression reach Robin Williams level. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, Daniel. I promise you. Look, this broken world is now too much for me since I'm not AI. I don't think I matter. You're 100% wrong. You do matter, and you matter to me, friend. And it's good to see you back in the chat. I'm just going to tell you, you're not going to see as much AI as you think you will. I think a lot of people are discovering that it's a tool. You can certainly do a lot of previs with it, but if you saw the effort with which they took to make physical sets and a physical Rocky character in Project Hail Mary, they are starting to understand that people want that kind of cinematic art, which requires people, not computers. I think there are going to be just some areas, especially in art, that require human beings. If you want to replicate, a character or something, you want to have Mickey Mouse, riding a rocket ship, on top of a rocket ship. You can certainly instruct any of the AIs to create that image for you, but at the same time, it's not going to look perfect. It just doesn't. The fidelity isn't there. Even in that fidelity, that you always have artist quirks that come with any character. Not so much with the AI. With the AI, things look distorted or not necessarily finished. So I'm not as concerned. But I'm with you, friend. I will be paying attention to this the entire time. And look, it's why I have high hopes for films that are shot in physical locations. They're going to have to go back to doing that because I think everybody that watches things that are done in the volume that aren't specifically made for the volume, that are supposed to look like the real world, I think Unreal 5 isn't going to do it in real time the way they'd hoped, and things look flat and not proportional, which is one of the big problems that they had in Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. Everything in the background looked flat, Not even like flat like a matte set, like the beautiful artwork that was created for Star Wars, because a lot of that is shot, especially space was shot against a matte. No, I'm talking because that's hand painted. That was hand done, and yet something there made it different. Whereas now they can't create the same effects, and this is the other problem with digital effects is refinement. They lack refinement and definition. That's why a lot of CGI and AI work that's done in film and television, and even video games looks like not great. It wasn't pixely created it wasn't individual pixels putting all that together like it used to be. In fact, video games get in trouble for using a lot of stand-ins, and that's the big problem with that new game. What is it, Crimson Desert? A lot of complaints I heard around that. And by the way, if you go back and look at that game now, the number of people that are enjoying playing it are more than 20 hours into the game, which is what the minimum threshold was going to be for most people. The game was originally developed as an MMORPG, because that's what the company making it originally used to do. That was their first game. Well, Crimson Desert, I'm calling it. I'm saying it right? Well, that one is that's going to be an entirely other conversation. So I feel good about like video games because of that, and they patched this thing like it was an MMORPG like crazy. They were immediately patching this game, taking out the bugs, the flaws, the assets that accidentally got left in that were AI placeholders. That's what you're going to see, Daniel, is you're going to see AI placeholders and you're going to see pre-visualization, but I don't think you're going to see actual production footage, at least not as long as the unions exist. So you know what? People, not computers, would go well on a T-shirt. You know what? We should have that. Let's do that. Somebody write that down. Send me that message. Anyway, um, but I think you're going to be fine, Daniel, and I appreciate you. And Daniel Alpine says perhaps Link could be similar to Edward Scissorhands and say 160. I'm hoping so. That's exactly it. Like this morning, I commented on Trevor's article, and I truly believe this. I want him to be like Edward Scissorhands and John Wick. You realize that Keanu Reeves said that they had to pay him like X number of bonus dollars for every word of dialogue that they had him say? He's a stoic. He's an observational stoic, and his situational awareness and all of that it only works on a character like that. It makes people fear him more. If he doesn't have to say a word. In the call with Vigo in the first film, where Vigo is alerted by Johnny Legs' character. I always forget his character's name. But Vigo's alerted to the fact that, all of this stuff was done by his son and his gang against John Wick. They took away the last gift that his wife gave him in the form of that puppy. That was a real problem. Anyway. But I agree. I think that's what we need. And thank you for the additional $5 super chat, my friend. Our good friend Graph Webb, the most consistent human being on the planet, says, for friends' sake, #cancel Disney Plus. You know what? We should use that more. We should use that more in our social medias. And finally, for an additional $2 in Culture Cash, our good friend, wonderful friend, the first Dragon Queen. You're growing. I saw your channel going up a couple subscribers. Good job. Got batteries now to test this thing. Hugs for all. Always hugs, dear. Always hugs. Keep it up. Keep it up. I love every day she's updating her art. I love it. It's almost every day. Not every day, but you guys are so great. And let's see. Finally, what was the other one I wanted to talk? Oh, here's a problem for everybody that you don't know exists. I'm going to bring it to you. Hey, what's going on? Bear Dance. No, today we get AOAO, guys, on the way out the door. Edward Scissorwick. Apex, what's up, brother? There's a creator right there. Magically MJ in the house. Hello, young lady. There's a superpower person right there. She does amazing stuffs. Amazing stuffs. You should follow her over on the Instagrammies. 99 cents super duper. Super duper sticker from Barry the Music Man is a money mouth face. Money mouth. Money, 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 money. That's just a big wide smile. All right, Davina, how are you doing today? All this AI depression, demonization, and disenfranchisement is strictly intentional. I think so. Don't fall for it. Yeah, I'm with you. This is another reason why, Daniel, I think you need not worry about it. And I think I'm right on this one. Jill, thanks for being here as always, much appreciated. And Ms. Pick Cafe and all the wrenches here, including D-Bud. It's good to see you. Ms. Pick Cafe, of course, is everywhere as well. Look at all you guys. Lord Toth was at the beginning. Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swift, otherwise known as Matt G. Matt G in the house as well. By the way, we are still trying to get our members up, as far as channel members, up to 1,000. And I can only do that with your help. But you guys are absolutely the best. Those of you who wear the green, you are phenomenal. And the ever generous, crazy generous person, just supporting channels left and right, and all my friends, which I truly appreciate. Teddy D, Fitty D, for 50 says, good morning, culture and culturians. Hope you are all having a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and I hope you get a chance to see a new episode of That Garden Place, hopefully tomorrow afternoon or Sunday morning. I gotta go shoot that. You guys are gonna get. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you a permaculture input crop called English comfrey. One of the greatest things coming out of agriculture in England, all the way back in the early 1900s. A man who kind of gave his life to a cause, and it was to find the best version of comfrey, a non-invasive version of comfrey, because it can get out of hand if it flowers and seeds. It produces sterile seeds. And the reference for you, if you're looking for it, is English comfrey, which is Bocking 14. Technically, it was the 14th version of comfrey that was collected and tested. Sterile flowers. It brings in pollinators. It is a full 3-phase garden product. It adds to the input. It helps build soil. And it's an accumulator, which means that its taproot can dig down 6 feet or more into soil where other plants just don't go. Outside of citrus trees and maybe a few actual like big trees, most things don't have a taproot that goes down and farms out the minerals, and it drives through clay, softening soil. It's an amazing plant. So we'll talk more and more about that. But hopefully, Teddy D, you get a chance to check that out. And once again, thank you for your incredible generosity, friend. Mucho apreciado. Oh, good stuff. All right, let's see. Yeah, Sonderhammerslag knows what's up. It's a Friday, so we are going to AO out of here when we leave. Somebody ordered something. Hang on. I just got this super duper chat from our good friend Barry the Music Man for 2 Culture Casino cash, saying I ordered a 1/6 in art BVS Batman. No way. I'm gonna have to go take a look at that one. That's phenomenal, friend. Phenomenal. Oh, I need to put a heart comment on Teddy D. You guys, you are so supportive. I can't say enough nice things about you. You're really helping keep the channel alive. Looking good, though. Looking good. Feeling good, Lewis. That's a movie quote. I bet you Daniel knows where that one's from. Got a lot of movie buffs in the chat. See, there were some people I didn't get to say hi to, like Kit Kat, who's here with a Kit Kat. I think I said hi to Elisa. We got Eli M in the house. I still AT&T Wireless Unlimited Elite plan. There you go. And get Disney Minus for free and all this other crap. But it's not really free. It's behind the bill you pay. That's so true. And I said hi to Penny. Who did I not say hi? I said hi and thank you to Juliet. I saw John the Beagle Dad in the house. I'm scrolling through here. I don't want to miss anybody. And Jay, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a friend. Oh, Andy Masterson's in the chat. That's who I didn't say hi to. Hi to. And of course, let's see, we got another one. We got another one from Cat Slave. That's called a rant for another Culture Casino. Dalla Dalla make you holla. Saying objecting to AI is like objecting to hammers. You know what? That's true. All right, let's get on to this other story. Last one I want to share with you during bonus time. Last for the last weekday of the 6-minute daily. Maybe I'll get back to streaming 7 days a week. And maybe I'll do a Saturday stream. And then maybe I'll do a Sunday stream. The problem with doing the Sunday stream is it was so late at night that I just was ready to collapse on Monday. So I didn't really feel like it was giving you my best effort. Tobox says, much love to my culturettes. That's right. We have some great culturettes and culturians. That's right. That's right. Jan Monroe is in the house. I think you said hi to Jan. Look at all these great people. Beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. All right. So let's get to this last story. Stop singing, Culture. Stop. All right. Dune Part 3 IMAX tickets are selling out months in advance. Story from Todd Fisher over at Bleeding Fool, run by my friend Chris Brawley. This website always has good information as well. Very comics focused as well. And I like that. But yeah, so we're not but several months away from Dune. Comes out around Christmas time, I think December 18th specifically. And the 70 millimeter IMAX screenings for opening weekend are selling out fast. I think they've been sold out in many of the markets. It's basically 19 IMAX sites across the globe have already been fully booked. Crazy stuff. The film, at least for opening weekend, the film directed by Denis Villeneuve, which was shot in for IMAX with IMAX equipment. So they're really going to go. But more tickets are going to be released soon for the legendary co-production. It's signaling a very strong momentum. And we knew there would be. Everybody's going to want to see Dune Part 3 before it's ruined. And I'll try to do a spoiler-free review of it. And then I'll give you my real, my spoiled thoughts later on, maybe the same day. Maybe I'll record 2 videos back to back and do a review for everybody so that you can feel like you can go into it and feel like you spent your money wisely. And then I'll go and I'll see it. I'll go and cut another version of the video, which will be full of spoilers. So give you one of each. But the Dune Part 3 supposedly continues Frank Herbert's epic story based on the novel Dune Messiah. The problem is it's going to be so disconnected from the story because the last act of the previous film in Dune 2, they deviated too much. So that's a big problem, in my opinion. So it is what it is. So with packed theaters nearly a year before release and Villeneuve at the helm again, the strong early sales show fans remain committed to experiencing Dune the way it was intended. Again, shot for IMAX on IMAX equipment. 70 millimeter IMAX, guys. It's going to be impressive. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to all of you. Dude Bro Seth, good to see you. And of course, we got the very lovely Sherry. I ran your commercial the other day, sweetheart. It's good to see you, love. And Georgia Peach is in the house. Oh, my goodness. Caledon 910, everybody's favorite radio station. And I am excited about Barry's 1.6. That's a big statue. I got to go looking for that. I want to see one. I want to seize it. Let's see who else is out there. I think I've said hi to everybody. Bloodsack One says, "Hey dude, sweet." Let's see. We saw a Kit Kat with a Kit Kat. Andy's out there scrolling. That's all I do, bro. I'm trying to catch up with you guys. 4 minutes ago was half these comments, like Sonder Hummerschlag with the bear time. Yeah, You gotta love that. Culture Amos. There you go. I gotta tell you. Jill unloaded the groceries. Well, that's a good thing. Putin's been making some fun stuff on and dropping it on X. You guys should check it out. I'm enjoying it. Make sure I see it. I appreciate that. Zen Wookie. You mean Zen Dunya? Yeah, that's the problem. The end was like, Zen, yeah, were you supposed to play your character that way? It was very disrespectful, disagreeable. Girl power? No. No. Beep, 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 beep. No. Beep, beep, beep. Thank you, D-Bud, promoting fool that you are. I love it. This guy has links for everything. Promoting our friend Chris's website. I love it. Who else? We got good people here. We got beautiful people, the beautiful people. Archer Merchant says, should they mothball or write off Starfleet, Starfeet, season 2? I think they should mothball season 2. I think they should write it off. I think they should tuck it in a drawer for nobody to see, kind of like the Batgirl, Batwoman, whatever they were doing with that movie concept. I mean, even as just a streaming property, it was a terrible idea. So that was one of the first things Zaslav did, which was giving me hope. But boy, maybe I was wrong. Dr. Jill says ChatGPT is responsible for totally destroying real writing. It's very problematic for college English professors grading. Yeah, unless you require them to use a tool like whatever the Google version of writing tool is, because if you force them to submit it along that track, I think they can look at how the thing was crafted and see if it was done in AI. Yeah, there's also AI checkers out there, but yeah, I agree. But yeah, I mean, my best answer here, Archer, is that, the people got paid to produce Starfleet, and if nobody ever sees it, it's better for the franchise. Does less franchise damage. Starfleet was bad. They couldn't get anybody to watch it even for free on YouTube. Not good. Kenols says, I'm hoping that they make more Dune-like. Oh, this more Dune-like. I would love it if they did. But see, here's the thing. This film, if they stuck to Frank's, original ending going into Dune Messiah, this would be a lot of political intrigue with like 2 major, maybe 3 major battles, if I remember correctly. It's been years, guys. My memory, I'm getting old. But the major battles, the wars, the political intrigue, the things that drove Paul Muad'Dib to madness, because kind of that's what this chapter would be if you were going to, describe it. At least in my recollection, it might make for really boring stuff. The question is, do we actually get some reveals? Do we actually learn? Because I don't think they've talked very much about why spice is so important, and all of that. I feel like we missed a lot. The first 2 movies, we missed a lot. So, French lesson. Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. The first Dragon Queen for 5, CultureCasino, Casharoonie. Thank you for that, dear. You didn't have to. Saying, well, looks like I need to do a repair, but it's fine. We're resyncing it anyway. Well, video later, live stream in the future. Rocky coming soon. I cannot wait. I can't wait. Moss says will be a Dune 4. I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, they've already there could be. They've already varied so widely. Man, I don't know what they're going to do with this. I really don't. And Canals, 13 is now a member. Well, welcome. You've got membership, which means you probably are going to see at least 2 or 3 videos a week, like half a day before everybody else does, because I like to do members first videos for everybody. Corporeal's like, I only really know one person watching Starfleet, and it said it's like watching a train wreck. Yeah, in slow motion. Hey, Mr. DeMark is in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. And of course, Commander Ed Straker of Chateau. Please, everybody, it's Starfleet Enema Academy. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the biggest problem with that film. It's like the fetish franchise. They've really fetishized Star Trek, and that's disgusting. Very upset about that. But it is what it is, and I can't do anything about it. The spice must flow. Zen Wookiee's 100% right. Frank Herbert lost me with Dune Messiah. Well, he went on to write a lot of. There were a lot of other things. Plus, when it was his son that took over, right? I mean, here's the problem. When I recognize what was happening with the Sword of Truth, if different author entirely, but that Sword of Truth series for me, once it started to dawn on me just how woke it was. I mean, I thought that maybe fantasy would be ruined forever. Sword and sandal stuff, Would I ever attend a rocket launch? I've seen plenty of them. One time in Cocoa Beach, one went off in the middle of the night. Pretty sure that was a dragon. Uh, Basically had to step outside of the condo. I should have bought that condo. I was just thinking about it. It's like I could have bought it for like 60 grand. It's worth like 500 now. I'm just gonna kick myself in the head. Anyway, it had anyway. You just had to step outside and watch it from the balcony. It would literally wake you up, though. And then I've seen lots of them. I've been to NASA proper facilities in Florida multiple times. I love it. So I'm a freak for space stuff, though. I like space. Jeff Pearson, what's up? Low spec Linux gaming in the house. And who else is out there? We got a lot of good people. Brian's in the house. What's up, Brian? Some of the people I used to see regular, I don't see anymore. Guys always make me worry. Starfleet Leering Academy. Randall Orser, rare form, bro. Look at all these good people. Yeah, look, I enjoyed the Kyle MacLachlan Dune. I think it's the best. I even enjoyed, in a limited way, the TV version. This I'm just having a hard time with it because I feel like there's a lot of disrespect to the source material. Too much messaging. Is Dune 3 the first part of the second book? No, it's essentially just if you've read Dune Messiah, it's basically what we're looking at. So Tobac's like, I guess a guy named David Lynch made a whole alternate Dune movie. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about it with Kyle MacLachlan. Oh man, wasn't he talented? He didn't get used enough. I feel like, it's just terrible. Kaladin read all 6 of the books. But when I make rereads, I stopped after the 3rd. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people do. I never forgot the first time I was shot out of a cannon. It's movie quote time. I love it. I think Nick Shirley should investigate Starfleet Leering Academy, TZ Burton. I'm with you. Let's see. Oh yeah, Frank wrote up up to Chapter House but his son's books are derived from Frank's notes and nowhere near as detailed. So true. So true. So true. It's not a hard read. I don't know. A lot of people are like, I couldn't get into it. Well, sorry. Did you like Harry Potter? Mr. DeMark says, thanks, CC. I dubbed it Starfeet Academy due to them showing the old lady feet in the promos. Yeah, that's true. You ever think Hollywood's one big money laundering operation? And all these media companies? Has that ever occurred to anybody or just me? I think we probably talked about it a few times here. Lucius Nature Triste. Good to see you, my friend. Give me a chance to do a little bit of Latin. Been lurking while working. No time to join the chat. Good wishes to everybody. I hope you have a spectacular day and weekend, my friend. Thanks for being here. And I know a lot of you are hiding out at work. It's okay. I used to do that too. I'd be sitting in my office. It's like I got the phone on the desk and I look like I'm working. The chair facing the door, so nobody knows what I'm doing. It is what it is. But hey, I retired, and good timing too, because then I decided to have a medical incident. Let's say, oh, you want the invisibility water bottle? I got it. I always carry these. These are beautiful 16-ounce aluminum water bottles. They're very sturdy. They're double walled, insulated. So like I could put this in the car and the water stays cold, especially if I have ice in here. It's good stuff. These I might actually link these on that garden place when I'm monetized over there and I have a monetized or affiliate Amazon account, or I'm gonna have affiliates with I think Home Depot and with Amazon over there. So you guys will be able to, have some of the products that I use because I don't want to promote things I don't use. And that will include garden tools like shovels and rakes and the other thing you can't say on YouTube. Anyway. Anyone get emails about your IMDb account? Well, whoever was doing the updates for mine stopped. So if you have access to IMDb Pro and want to continue to update the Culture Casino IMDb, I would appreciate that. I really would. That'd be something I would love for somebody to do. That'd be incredible. I just don't have time. Now that I'm writing articles over at that park place, I'm not going to have time anymore, which is good. I need to be busy, but still. Which is another reason to be subscribed over to and bookmark that park place is because you're going to get like business perspective articles from me. Like I'm going to be talking about Sony Studios, and I talked about Jeff Shell in an article yesterday. A video about that article is coming out later today. I think in about 2 hours and 2 hours 20 minutes. I think that's when I set it up for. So yeah, I'm not allowed to say that word. Not allowed to say that word. T-Boat's like, I can't believe I have an IMDb page. Well, you do. The person who was updating them was doing a great job. So. One, men like you have logged in from a different browser message for an account that I've never created. That's wild. I've never had that. That's wild. Somebody did something. Speaking of somebody doing something, one of the greats is here. You should check out Clifflix's channel. You guys, this is magically a wonderful channel. For 5, Culture Casino Cash saying it's Smoky Mountain National Park, your new bear searching stomping grounds. Hey, I'm going to tell you what. It will be. It will be. I can't wait. See, this is the other reason why I want as much acreage as I do for our relocation in Tennessee. I really have to pull the trigger on it. I know. I have a habit of procrastinating the big decisions. But anyway, I want it, really, people. I am a flawed person, and it's why I pray every day. But I'm going to be in the perfect place for bears to like show up and deer and other great things. So I'm going to build systems to protect the livestock. I'm going to develop the land in a permaculture way. Um, and we're going to do terraced gardening and things like that. And of course, obviously the main central greenhouse, which will be, I'm hoping to build something as big as an acre. That's a lot, but I think over time and with the support of the people with the channels, I think I can do it. You guys are going to make all the difference. So I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. But yeah, yeah. But you should check out Clifflix. I mean, like I said, everybody here that's a creator, they do great things. I'm so proud of the people I get to hang out with. Conquest X is in the house. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, you know what? Bear dance. Only you can prevent forest fires. You know what? I should put on the bear costume and do that. That'd be a lot. Holy cow, it's Mohammed Saeed. What's up, friend? Good to see you. It's been a while. I'm hoping that Mr. H and Marv and I get back to doing the H cast. I would really like to get back to that. That was one of my favorite things to do. Living with the land, the culture way. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. I don't know if I can install a boat flume in my greenhouse, but why not? At least it'd be more honest than what Disney does. And again, everything that they did at Epcot originally came from a very honest edutainment, way. Now there's a lot of stuff that's just for show, and I feel sad about it. D-Bud, thanks, buddy. CultureCasino, this is Mohammed, by the way. Oh, okay, cool. Now you're on both things. That's great. That's great. Good to see you, my friend. Look at all these great people. I love it. One Punch Man Tolkien fan in the house. What happened? What happened to the HCast? Been 2 week no shows. Yeah, well, we didn't have anything to cover. And then Nate got sick. Plus, he's really focused on his politics channel right now. I kind of feel like when we don't have stuff to talk about, there's what do you want us to do? I mean, that's kind of where we're at. And of course, some of the people didn't see Project Hail Mary when Nate and I did, so we were going to review that. We'll still talk about it, I imagine, but yeah, we'll be back. I have strong confidence we'll be back. Plus, I got to send Nate his lemon heads. I really do. Well, try to follow here. So you're using Rumble more and more often. Well, that's good. Truly. Oh, by the way, I think this weekend, because of Ms. Pick Cafe, I will be trying to set up under the main channel here on the Green Machine. I'm going to try to set up that garden place there. That way I can set up material there and mirror it. So you guys have that. So Rogue, thank God. In the house, good to see you, friend. Still one of the best icons out there. Love that. Brian the Mac, what's up? Return of the Mac. All right. You started streaming in January? Congratulations. That's great news. Your dose of Zoomerisms pick. There you go. Toeback, thank you for all your kindness support of everybody in the crew. I appreciate it. Man. All right. What do we got? We got a lot to do. Because of Miss Pico Cafe. Or Pick Cafe. Hey. Guilty is charged. Well, your kind suggestions and your help and your genuine enthusiasm are inspiring, and I appreciate it. It was so great to see you again last year. I really wish I could get out to more events. I will be, though. There's one coming up, and I'm going to start scheduling with the crew. So I'm pretty stoked. You got to get out. We got to get out by the end of spring so we can buy stuff. But anyway, speaking of that, we got to get out of here. You're going to have to do self redirects because I didn't know who was doing what, when, how, and why. And you got about 20 minutes before anything else would start. Maybe 25 minutes. So self redirect and go check out things. Hopefully I get to, you reached 100 followers on the Green Machine. Congratulations, Conquest X. That's awesome. You applied to be on the creator program. That's amazing. Look at that. Conquest X, because I have to head to USA for meetups. I understand. All right, let's get to it. So we are going to say, have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you. God bless you. And my prayers to all of you. We have to get out of here on the highest possible note. AOAO. Get them ready, folks. As always, be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands because it's good hygiene. And until next time, see ya for real.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.